called two different things by two different groups of people, I'm sure. You'll take this bubble and roll it as you push with your thumbs on one bubble, the singular bubble, and pulling with your fingers of your hands on the two bubbles that are connected together, roll them over until you have the two bubbles with the one bubble through the middle. Take your pink balloon and tuck it inside so that it looks cleaner. Setting aside the red and the pink balloon, take your white balloon in hand and twist off about a 1-inch bubble, about a 3-finger bubble, another 1-inch bubble. These two bubbles will be ear twisted to help make the white ring on the Santa hat. Twist off another 3-finger bubble, and before you twist together at the first and fourth junction, take your red and pink balloon and separate the two with the white sequence that you've just made, twisting the white together at the first and fourth junction again, ear twisting both bubbles. You've now made the white around the Santa hat. Continuing with your white balloon, twist off about a 3-finger, 2.5-finger bubble, a 1/2-inch to 3/4-inch ear twist, and then again about another 2-inch bubble, 2.5 ear twist, 2-inch. While holding that, take your pink heart in your hand. Well, not literally, but you understand. Pushing up between the two lobes of the heart with the web of your hand, your other hand, between your thumb and your finger, pinch off a bubble that will be the nose. As you spin that bubble, spin it several times or you will lose it. Take your 2-inch bubble that you've made and lock it at that twist, that the last twist you made, around the nose twice to lock the nose in place. Make another 2-finger bubble, another 1/2-inch bubble for an ear twist to make the other side of the mustache. At this point, you will take the remainder of the white completely around the back of the pink, making the back of the hair of the Santa balloon. Squeeze a little air out toward the end, twist off about a 6 to 8-finger bubble. You better make it a 6-finger bubble. We want to have plenty of balloon to finish the Santa with. And twist that in rather tightly several times on the opposite ear twist where you first started the mustache. Squeezing a little air out, you'll wrap this around the bottom, leaving yourself about 4 fingers of white balloon as you twist in at that ear twist several times. Now, matching the very first sideburn bubble you made to the remaining chamber so that they are of equal size, twist that into the second ear twist you made on the top of the head, forming the beard, the mustache, the sideburns. Starting to take shape, isn't it? And of course the hair in the back. Trapping the remainder of the white so that you now have, and snapping it off, you now have the white pom-pom for the hat. Squeezing air out of the red balloon, twist off about a 3-finger bubble, and then square knot that pom-pom to the red balloon. Taking scissors, if you carry them. If you don't, I don't know how you're going to do this one. You'll snip off the red balloon as close to the white as you can, and then again pulling, snip off the white balloon. At this point, I take and spread open 2 of the bubbles on the roll twist and insert the red bubble into the pocket that you make, causing the hat to take on the shape of Santa's hat. Some people like the Sharpie, some don't. Your preference, what you like. I usually make a couple of eyes, a couple of nostrils, and a cute little smile. And I call it self-portrait. It's one of my favorites. Now I want to show you Santa's helper. The little elves from up at the North Pole. Takes a white, a red, a green 260, and a 6-inch heart. You take your heart balloon and you blow it to where it's just starting to show a little bit of lobe on it, right? And you tie that off. You set that aside. Take your green one. And you don't really need to worry about how full you fill it so long as you have it at least out to an arm's length, and then tie. Now you'll make what's going to be an ear twist. Remember how we did the little band around Santa's head? Well, you do the same thing, the little 4-bubble thing around the head, but you make it bigger. You notice how this is wider. The Santa one was only about to here, about maybe even half that. This needs to be wider. Then you'll twist that in, grabbing that nozzle, twist it in tight, and wrap that around a time or 2. And I usually tuck it through the middle so that ear twist won't come undone. And then ear twist the one at the back. Now you're going to want to make what's like the hat. I usually make one that's about as long as this one, or a little longer, even maybe back to about here. Let's go a little bit longer this time. Actually, about double the ear twist. Then, the upright for the hat. And you wrap that around through the middle to lock it down and back around again. I usually take it through the middle again because kids have inquisitive fingers. Pop off the excess, taking your pink one, pop up a small bubble of your red one, and tie your pink heart and your red one together. I usually use a good square knot, and I try and do it up as close to the nozzle of the pink one as I can without ripping a hole in it. Then, taking your scissors, trim the excess off on the red. Now this you'll take and push up through, pull, and wrap around once for the top of the hat. Taking your white 260, you don't need any more than that, but you may want to give it a little more than that until you're used to what you're doing here in a second. Now, you take the white, push a little air down so you have a little uninflated on either side, twist it about in half, holding it right there between your, well, you can hold it between your thumb and your finger, or your finger and your finger, either one's okay. Taking your heart balloon, you twist up a little nose, like so. Okay? Once you've done that, you fold the white 260 around the nose a couple of times. Then I measure off what I would consider to be my eye. I wrap that in around that ear twist at the front several times. Plus I go in around to the back. Now I measure off another eye about the same exact size, and it's important that they be very, very close to the same size. They don't have to be exact, but it's, you know, you want them as close as you can get without it looking bad. Take that one and go around a time or two. You don't want it disproportionately larger or smaller. It detracts from the whole design of the balloon. Now you get rid of your loose ends. Now you could tie those if you want, but I usually just tuck them in like so. Give it a little bit of a turnaround like so. And there you have Santa's helper. Now, of course, Sharpie to taste.
What do you think?
Well, hello, I'm back again. And I'd like to show you some additions that I've made. Mike Decker has a Christmas video out that everyone should have, and I'd like to show you some additions I've done to a reindeer that he does. I don't remember if he put white eyes on his, but when he does the antlers and ties them in, I take and wrap the white balloon back in and then back up, down into the nose, and then back up to the head again to make a pair of white eyes before I continue on with the other side of the antler. As you take the remainder of the balloon and constrict it by pinching the end with your finger, squeezing the air down, make about a 1/2 to 1 inch bubble. This will be ear twisted for the tail. Folding over the balloon alongside the legs, ear twist that balloon. Taking the remainder and wrapping it around a few times to lock that twist down. Doing the pop release technique that you learned from other videos. Let that piece go. Now you have a tail. But we're not done. The rest of the white balloon that you took off the antlers and the eyes, make a very small bubble. Like video 2 shows you to do the little yellow bird beak, make it very small. Taking this bubble and holding it at the very back, pull the white in through the legs and back around through the legs several times, and then pull it between the legs, taking your scissors, snip it off, taking your little white piece, you now have a little white-tailed reindeer. I'd like to show you how to do 2 stars, a 5 and a 6 point. Let's do the 6 point first. Taking a handful of blue, because you never know how many you're going to need, 5, 6, 3, 4, 2, 1, but you want to have 4 or 5 handy. Blow your blue up to about arm's length, tie, measuring about a hand's length. Make a small twist. This is an ear twist. Let's make that a little bit bigger. There we go, about an inch bubble. Ear twist that, and then split it into 2 even bubbles. Then you just repeat that process for 5 more times.